Hello and welcome to another episode of Soap Goes to the Oscars. This is episode 98. I'm recording on July 26th, 2025, and I watched the movie on July 25th. And the movie was Of Mice and Men. This was available on Hulu. It might have been through, I guess it was through HBO Max. I saved it through Hulu, so it was free again, free-ish, because I pay for HBO Max. But so far, still no cost to this round of movies, and I have Wizard of Oz and Gone with the Wind also saved, so that's good. So, Of Mice and Men is a 1939 American drama film based on the 1937 play of the same name, which itself was based on the novella of the same name by author John Steinbeck. Film stars Burgess Meredith, Betty Field, and Lon Chaney Jr., and features Charles Bickford, Roman Bonin, Bob Steele, and Noah Beery Jr. Film tells the story of two men, George and his intellectually disabled partner Lenny, trying to survive during the Dust Bowl of the 1930s and pursuing a dream of owning their own ranch instead of always working for others. Starring in the lead roles were relative newcomer Burgess Meredith as George and veteran actor Lon Chaney Jr., son of famed silent film actor Lon Chaney as Lenny. Chaney had appeared in more than 50 films by that point in his career, but Of Mice and Men was his first major role. Betty Field's role as May was her breakthrough role in film. Film produced by the Hal Roach Studios was adapted by Eugene Salo and directed by Louis Milestone. It was nominated for 4 Academy Awards. The musical score was by American composer Aaron Copland. Released in 1939 and appeared in the 1980s and 1990s in revival theater houses, video, and cable, and it earned a following of fans, both audience members and film critics who praised the movie for its interpretation of the Steinbeck novel. Cinematography by Norbert Brodin, edited by Burt Jordan, music Aaron Copland, production company Hal Roach Studios, distributed by United Artists. It was released on December 30th, 1939, with a runtime of 106 minutes. It was nominated for Best Picture, Best Sound Recording, Best Musical Scoring, and Best Original Score. It was on a preliminary list of submissions from the studios for an Academy Award for Cinematography, Black and White, but was not nominated. So, Of Mice and Men was one of my favorite books in school. It was, forced upon us in 11th grade, I think. And the teacher introduced it by reading the first chapter out loud. And I just loved it ever since. And around that time, the 1992 version that was directed by Gary Sinise and also starred John Malkovich as Lenny came out. And I was working in a movie theater, so I got the poster and gave it to my teacher. But I love that version of it. And Malkovich and Sinise had done it on stage and then carried that into the movie. So they were, well versed in those roles, not coming into the cold for the movie. And that one was great. I love it. And this one was also great. It's the first thing, Burgess Meredith, everybody nowadays would know him from the first 3 Rocky films and Grumpy Old Men in the 90s. So that was really my only, super old Burgess Meredith is my only knowledge of him, but he was excellent in this as George. Lenny was Lon Chaney Jr. He was also excellent. The actress that played May, Betty Fields, she was good, but she was annoying. And so was the guy that played her husband, Bob Steele, played Curly. They were both annoying, and they're supposed to be, so it worked. But everybody, Charles Bickford played Slim. He was really good. And it was just a really well done adaptation. And, it's based on a book, but that then adapted into a play. And so it is very play like, there's not a lot of sets. There's not a lot of characters. It's sort of a small kind of basic story. And I'm sure you know it. I'm not going to go and read the whole thing here, but There's also been a lot of adaptations of it, or references to it. Like in Looney Tunes, they had the character that was like, I'm gonna love him and squeeze him and pet and name him George, and that was based on Lenny, and obviously George is the other character. So, of Mice and Men is very well known, and I don't know, I gave it 4 stars on Letterboxd. I think I might still give the Gary Sinise version the edge just because I'm more familiar with that one. But this one was really very good and just a great adaptation all around. So I will keep it short, leave it there, and I'll see you next time. Almost done with this round.